This is TWiT.
Microsoft, you had this article, Ian. Microsoft is killing Windows 10X.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm happy to talk about that. That was just like...
I was excited about 10X. The idea was kind of a redesign of Windows that's containerized, more robust.
It's like RT, it's like 10S. They cannot get Windows to run on anything smaller than a laptop. You know?
They had initially, and I think it was a red herring, said this is going to be for our dual screen devices. The Duo and the Neo. The Duo ended up being Android.
Liars.
I think they were just saying that.
I'm still waiting to lower Neo, and I would have bought one.
The Neo looks cool.
Yeah.
But then they said, oh, no, it's going to be for other devices. And now they said, well, they finally admitted it.
I mean, every time I look at, I don't know if you've still got foldable phones, but every time I looked at a foldable phone, it made my fist itch because, does it still work? I got very nervous about a foldable screen. The Duo with 2 screens made sense.
Yeah, it's a much better plan, but it also doesn't make sense because the hinge is in the middle, so it's not one big screen. It's two smaller screens. Also, Android was poorly suited for it.
Yeah.
The Fold started to bubble up in the middle. I didn't even use it every day.
Yeah, I mean,
and so I had to
Fold
peel
2.
the screen protector. The Fold 2. I had to peel the screen protector off, which, as you remember, with the Fold 1 was the
big problem. Yeah.
But in this case, it survived that. But now I'm very careful. I don't think a folding screen's a good idea.
I generally don't. A lot of testers got them and they test them out. Oh yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, but people review. This is the problem with tech reviews. 2 weeks and they're done reviewing.
Exactly. But after a year of use, a year of opening and closing this thing, that thing's toast.
Yeah.
You know,
easily. Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking about Windows 10X, and as I say, it was yet another example of Microsoft trying to get Windows to run on something which wasn't a full computer.
I was hoping for more. I was hoping it was actually an attempt to take this awful code base that is 20 years old and is just spaghetti, literally tens of millions of lines of spaghetti code. Many of the lines are one-liners just to make one program work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a mess.
Yeah.
And rationalize it, not start over, because you can't do that.
Right.
But Microsoft really is the legacy company. And I think they weren't going to do that.
This is the problem, in that you had to have those kind of customers supported. I mean, this is why when they tried to move to Edge, it's like, well, hang on, we're going to have IE hang on for a while.
They took IE out, right?
Finally. It's just like they finally took it behind the chemical shed and shot it.
They still have, though, by the way, and I've used it on Edge, and it's weird, an IE mode on Edge.
Oh, good grief. I know. But
They cannot turn it off.
But you're right. They are the legacy company, and they've tried this with 10S, they've tried this with RT, and it just doesn't work. It's like Intel with their processors. They can't get a small processor because they're so sold in to their current architecture.
And this is where the innovator's dilemma really can put you out of business.
Exactly. I mean, Microsoft owes its existence to the creation of the IBM PC. They made the IBM PC by spinning out basically what was an autonomous company. They built the thing, they did the standards, they made a whole bunch of mistakes, they ended up losing control of it, etc. The rest is history. But this is what Microsoft needs to do if they want to have something running on smaller devices. They need to forget about Windows, stop trying to bring in all this legacy stuff for these small devices, build something lean.
Was that Windows CE? Was that the idea of CE?
Wins.
No, CE was another
Windows
Windows X type thing where they were trying to build in all this stuff, bring along all this.
Take Windows and make it fit into this little.
Exactly. So and the other thing philosophically, can you kill something that doesn't exist? I mean, it basically never. It's like something they've been talking about, working on.
Yeah.
So they're not taking anything away from anyone in the real world.
And you noted this too, Ian, and Paul Thurrott and Mary Jo Foley were absolutely
Mary Jo, she was fantastic
about this. Yeah. This announcement, Mary Jo had the story the week before.
Yeah.
And then this week Mary Jo said, well, Microsoft confirmed it, but wait till you hear how they confirmed it. There's a blog post by this poor guy, John Cable, who is always given this job. He's Vice President, Program Management, Windows Servicing and Delivery. But I think he's got one of those, he's the red stapler guy. He's got one of those corner offices where they go, John, yes?
We need you to
write a blog post, John. Yeah. Okay. So the blog post is, how to get the Windows 10 May 2021 update. That's literally the blog post.
And then second to last topic on the blog post.
At the very bottom.
It was pitiful. And, I mean, all credit to Ms. Foley. She nailed them absolutely beautifully.
They buried this. They also released it as
Google I/O.
Google I/O is beginning.
The first day of Google I/O.
Yeah.
It's like,
Nobody
how
will
can we
notice.
bury this?
So way down at the bottom. By the way, and this is the subhead is our customer first focus. Okay,
But the reason they gave for burying it.
Following a year-long exploration and engaging in conversations with customers. Remember, customers come first. We realized the technology of Windows 10X could be useful in more ways and serve more customers than we originally imagined. Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good, right? We concluded the 10X technology shouldn't just be confined to a subset of customers. Instead, we're just going to kill it. We are leveraging learnings from by the way, that was the title of the show. We are leveraging learnings from our journey thus far and accelerating the integration of key foundational 10X technology into other parts of Windows and products at the company. But we're never going to release
it. Was just
10X.
Too good. They had to share it with people.
Right.
And I read that and I was just like, wow, somebody really earned their money in the Microsoft marketing department that day.
I want to meet John Cable. I just have to know. Why is it? Apparently, this is not the first time they've made him be the bearer of bad tidings.
You should take a stapler.
Excuse me? Do you have my...
Would he understand?
They told me
the red
They told me I was the vice president now, so I can do this now.
Oh, poor guy.
To be the stalking horse from Microsoft. I mean, I'm sure it's a very profitable position, but it was just kind of like...
Are you excited about Microsoft Teams for consumers?
I've used Teams a couple of times. Honestly, it's about as much fun as pulling teeth.
Microsoft Teams for personal use. Teams has been a big success in enterprise.
But I love the idea of
people
something called
use it-
Teams for one person.
But do people actually use it because they want to use it? Because they have to use it?
because the guy upstairs said use it.
Yeah, every time someone has said to me, let's get together for a video call, it's either been Zoom or Google Meet. No one has ever said to me, "Oh, would you like, let's get together for a Teams."
This is how I want my family to look when we meet together. This looks like the Last Supper.
Yeah.
I'm depressed.
They always look way shorter than the table too.
Which
Like,
which one will
sushi bar,
betray
but
me?
The other ones look really weird.
Yes. This is the so-called together mode, which, let's be fair, was designed for businesses, right? But I don't know if I want my
but the
family
problem
to
is
be...
it's designed for that kind of the wacky HR manager who thinks this is a really good idea, and this will open us up and allow us to share more interactively in a proactive and forward-thinking man. It's just rubbish.
How does it, though?
I mean, if I'm going to have to sit through a video call, I want the person front and center in front of me, or the group front and center in front of me.
This is my
and the
favorite
rest
one,
of they can,
which they obviously added for Teams for Families, is at the breakfast bar.
Right.
But everybody looks like they're 4 foot tall because it cuts you off at the shoulder.
It looks like
It's a
a
good way
jury.
to record a sitcom, though, because they always do the open table,
Yeah.
They're never like facing each other at a sitcom table.
What's the name of the Friends coffee shop? It could be at the Better Ground.
Central
Perk.
Perk.
Yeah.
God, that dates us.
That is really ridiculous.
Although they're doing the reboot now, it's like, who cares? It was a long time ago.
With the same actors or
Same actors, yeah.
with like they're really, what is it, the nursing home now?
Oh, well, I mean, if you look at the actor who's playing Joey, he looks like he's eaten Joey. But yes.
How you doing? How you tasting?